been a year, man, since we've had a chance to watch you fight. So for those that don't know, man, give us the update. Where have you been?
In the gym. That's it. Just been practicing. After my last fight, I was honest with myself. I said I need more practicing with my striking, and that's it. I went to boxing gym, and I spent a little bit longer camp in Ireland too, so I was there almost 4 months, so it was twice of amount of time what I spent last camp, so I'm better than ever.
I was gonna say, I mean, your last fight, it seemed like a frustrating fight for you. So
yeah, that's true.
Did you know right away that like I've got to change things, or did it take some thinking afterwards? I mean, how did you say I'm gonna step back for a while?
Well, I think everything changed, you know, not just me, like most of the people around me. You know, when you win, everybody's there. When you lose, you're alone. So I said, where did I start it? Where was I and who was there when I started? So I remember I was alone. So I said, fuck everything, fuck everybody. I just want to train and be alone. So I spent a lot of time alone and just did hard training. And now I'm here.
Do you think maybe the expectations around you had become unrealistic? I mean, you were still very early in your career when you got to the UFC, right? And then you had this amazing start to your career. Do you think maybe people were like expecting too much out of you too soon?
Yeah, I think so too. But I can't say that I don't have skills, because I do. And there's nobody that I can't beat. It's just up to me how I train and how hard. So not like the people, if they were expecting like too much from me, they wasn't wrong. I think I just needed more time, but I think the time is now.
Was it difficult for you to step back at all and say like, I'm not as good as I want to be? I mean, you're such a proud guy and a boisterous guy.
No, it was a hard thing to me, because like John Kavanagh says, you win or you learn. And I learned a lot from my last fight, and I don't care about what people think and about their opinion. I know what I think and what's the right move for me. And I follow my heart, and I needed that time to just focus on my striking, and I'm glad that I did that. And I'm glad that the UFC gave me the time to actually focus on myself, and they gave me another chance. So
how did you know the time was right to get back? I mean, did you after this time away, did you know, was it because the fight's here in Liverpool, or was it just now it's ready, it's time? How did you know, okay, I've improved enough, I'm ready to get back in there and show the world?
Because we had like first sparring for a year. Like I did a lot of boxing rounds, but MMA, after my last fight, it was in Ireland again when I stepped again into MMA gym. So it was more than 6-7 months. So when I did my first sparring, I'm honest, the guy that I was sparring, John had to end the sparring in the second round. Just beginning of the third round, he just said, "You're not fit." I was fit, but I had to adapt everything that I did to MMA. Like I forgot a lot of things, but 3 weeks before this time right here, now John sent a message to me after the sparring, and he said, "You're ready." And I swear on my mom's life, we are not lying. The same guy that I was sparring, me and John in the corner, we were smiling. And I was almost laughing, not because I was cocky or something, just because I felt so good, and I knew that he knew that we are ready.
Very nice. I wonder, a guy like you that's got a great wrestling base, great grappling as well, you want to learn striking, you got to get better at it, right? But do you have to be careful not to fall in love with it, like not to go out there and pretend like you got to show the world that you're a boxer, because your core is the grappling.
Yeah, that's true. My background wrestling, and I will use it when I need it. But I think MMA, to me, it's much easier now. When you know how to strike, know how to move, when you're on your feet, it's much lighter, you can breathe. The things got so much, I didn't know it can be this easy, for real. 15 minutes of hard grappling and resting, that's hard. But now when you can stand with your feet and move and, take your time and do what you want to do. If you want to wrestle, then you strike and go in and wrestle. So I think many things change after when I have spent a lot of time in boxing gym. So there is nothing that I need to prove to the world, that I learn new things. I will be the same guy that you saw in UFC Stockholm.
Nice. Jason Knight, he took some offense at an interview you did and didn't like some of the things that you had to say. I wonder.
Fuck him.
I was going to ask what you think about him.
Fuck him. I don't give a fuck if it's a Jason or whoever it is. I know that the guy that is against me is on my way, and I just have to eliminate him.
Does it feel almost like a new start to your career, like a new phase, a new chapter?
Yes, that's what I feel. It's been like this, for many months. People around me, they say that they see the difference in me, and not just, I was a little bit not in a bad mood, but I wasn't the same guy that then stepped the first time in the octagon in Stockholm when I was smiling and I was happy. But now I'm like that, and that's why I'm happy, and that's why I feel like it's a new start.
Very nice. Well, perfect world, how does this fight go? I mean, do you go out there and another one of those 8-second wins where you just get in and out, or do you feel like you kind of want this thing to go a little further and maybe showcase some of the new skills?
I don't care. If it's gonna end fast, I'm happy with that. If the fight goes to the second and the third round, I know that I will break his face. And the thing is that I'm just ready, and I don't care what is coming.